So let's now proceed on Unit 2 titled ICT Policies and Safety Issues, Implications to Teaching and Learning. So Unit 2 is all about digital and the needs for policies around the world when using digital or technology tools. So Lesson 1, Policies and Issues on Internet and Implication to Teaching and Learning. So what is an ICT policy? ICT policy, simply put, it's a set of rules or a course of action adopted by an organization or government to guide how technology is used to achieve a certain goal. And the new technologies, which means more recent technological innovation, increase to reach and speed of communications, which can be grouped into three categories, which are information technology. So when we say information technology, it is the use of computers which has become indispensable in modern societies or process. The first one is telecommunication technologies. So when we say telecommunication technologies, this includes telephones and the broadcasting of radio and television, often through satellite. Telephone system, radio, and TV broadcasting are needed in this category. So it is simply how we use phones on broadcasting. We also have networking technologies. The best known of networking technologies is Internet, but has extended to mobile phone technology, Voice over Internet Protocol or VoIP, satellite communication, and other forms of. So this is the big one, the rules around using the Internet mobile devices. So the DICT roadmap. So the DICT roadmap is a national initiative here in the Philippines. The Department of Information and Communication Technology created it to set direction for how we will improve and use ICT across the country, with a strong focus on education. It is essential the national strategy document 7 with specific priority to guide our digital future. Next, we have the implication to teaching and learning. So, the implication to teaching and learning for the teacher and teaching, guidance and temperance, teacher need to guide students on technology and how to teach with it. Due to the rapid pace of ICT development, a cautious and moderate approach or temperance is advised to prevent teachers from becoming overwhelmed. The next one is supporting, not replacing. Technology tools should only support human touch. Technology tools should only support, not replace, a human teacher. The human touch is a vital part of teaching. Teachers should also be aware of the limitation of different technological tools and gadgets. So, to simply put, technology tools should only support, not replace, a human teacher. So, example of it is an online quiz. An online quiz helps to assess student understanding, but it cannot replace the teacher's ability to offer emotional support, interpret a confused look, or lead a meaningful class discussion. Next, we have regulation and privacy. There are rules and regulations governing technology use. Teacher must be careful to protect individual privacy, as the use of technology can jeopardize your privacy and security. So, teacher must be aware of rules and regulation governing technology use. Teacher must protect individual privacy. As technology, we can jeopardize your privacy and security. So next we have Republic Act number 10173, also known as the Data Privacy Act of 2012. It is a law that protects individual personal information and communication system both in the public and private sector. So for example, a teacher collects student data like names and test scores. According to the Data Privacy Act of 2012, the policy dictates that this file must be password protected and not shared publicly to safeguard students' privacy. So we have the positive and negative effect of implication to teaching and learning. So what are those? Learners in the 21st century need guidance on how to use technology. They should be aware of both the positive and negative effect and the potential hazard that technology can bring. The next one, we have developing higher order skills. So learners should take advantage of technology to develop higher order thinking skills, improve collaboration, and enhance learning communities. The next one is for environmental awareness. Both teachers and learners should be mindful of the environmental impact of e-waste, recognizing that it is an issue that affects both the land and the atmosphere. The text notes that safety in the use of technology will be discussed in the next lesson. So lesson 2, safety issues in the use of ICT, including e-safety rules. So what are some risks in the use of ICT and e-networking? Technology is a phenomenon that seems to be uncontrollable, despite that so many benefits for teaching and learning. There are also negative effects or influence on the learners. Hence, as future teachers in the school, you have to be aware of how safeguard learners in the school communities where they spend most of their waking hours, and also in their homes or facilities that provide opportunities to use digital technologies like internet cafe. Safeguard and protection should be the primordial role of parents, teachers, and schools. There are so many risks that we have to be aware of in the use of digital technologies. These may include the following. First, exposure to inappropriate content including online pornography, extremism, or exposure to a violence associated with racist language. Second, lifestyle websites like self-harms and suicide sites and hate sites. Third, cyberbullying in all forms, receiving sexually explicit images or messages. Fourth, we have privacy issues including disclosure of personal information. Next, we have the fifth, health and well-being, amount of time spent online or internet gaming, and many more. Sixth, we have prolonged exposure to online technologies, particularly at an early age. Seventh, addiction to gambling or gaming. Eighth, theft and fraud from activities such as phishing. Next, viruses, trojans, spyware, and other malware. Next, we have social pressure to maintain online networks via texting and social networking sites. Next, we have e-safety. When we say e-safety, it takes care not only of internet technologies but also of electronic communications via mobile phones, games, consoles, and wireless technology. It highlights the needs to educate children and young people about the benefits, risks, and responsibilities of using information technology. So, e-safety covers not only internet technologies but also electronic communication via mobile phones. And it needs responsible use. Next, we have network management. First, safety in the use of network in schools. Make clear that no one should log on as another user. Require all users to always log off when they have finished working. Maintain equipment to ensure health and safety. Next, we have set up a clear disaster recovery system in a place of critical data that includes secure remote backup of critical data. Next, secure wireless network to appropriate standards suitable for educational use. Install all computer equipment professionally and meet health and safety standards. Review the school ICT system regularly with regards to health and safety and security. Second, we have password policy. Only authorized user will have individual password. Users are not permitted to disclose their password unless they got permission from the owner or from the management. The equipment that keeps the personal information shall be locked when unattended to prevent unauthorized access. Computers should be set to a timeout if they become unused for a certain period of time. Third, we have personal mobile phones and mobile devices. All mobile phones shall be kept away in a box away from the children or learners, and access is only allowed at break time or at the end of classes or when needed during the class period. Next, we have our fourth, which is camera. So, taking pictures only from parents or caregivers and not from any other family's member or friend while the child attends class. Any picture taken of child shall be on camera solely for the purpose.